Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me well? Yes, great. I invite you to close your eyes, find a comfortable seat. I invite you to observe your breath. I invite you to observe the space around you. I invite you to bring awareness to your breath, to the air going in and the air going out. Take a deep inhale in the nose, bringing the air all the way down into the belly. Hold for a couple of seconds. And then a long exhale through the mouth. Long exhale with the sound ah. We do this again a couple of times. Deep inhale in the nose, slowing down in the nose, all the way in, slow and gentle into the belly. Pause. Hold for a couple of seconds. And then there's a long exhale through the mouth with a gentle sound ah. Last one in. We do it again in the nose, observing the air as it goes in. Hold inside and then long exhale. I invite you to breathe gentle in the nose and out through the nose. Observe the sensations in the body. Observe your mind. Is there any sense of anticipation in there? Is there anything present in your mind right now? Is it too cold, uncomfortable? The seat is not comfortable enough? Or perhaps there is something you are resisting in this moment. Is there anything that you might be not accepting fully right now? I invite you to observe the mind and the conversation that you're having in your own mind. And I invite you to observe that without interacting. Observe. Be a witness of your own mind. There is no need to change anything. Just observe. Be a witness of what's happening there. And as you witness without interacting, I invite you to accept and acknowledge whatever is there. There is no need to change. And then I invite you to let that pass. Take a deep inhale all the way in the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Last one in, all the way inside, and then long exhale. Observe the sounds around you. Are there any sounds inside your room or outside your room? Bringing full awareness to the sounds. Observe the sensations in the body. Keep breathing. Remember to breathe. One more deep inhale all the way in. Deep inhale. Long exhale to the mouth. Ah. Last one in, deep inhale. And then we exhale. I invite you to arrive in this space. I invite you to be here, present in this moment. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing else to do but to be here. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome, everyone, to our breathwork, meditation, and mindfulness class. This is the first class of many I will start running for you. Most of you are not in Queensland or in Sunshine Coast. So it's a great opportunity for us to reconnect and to give you some tools and guidance that might help you improve the quality of your life, or perhaps just let's let go of some stress or something that might be present for you there. So I used to run these classes every Friday, but I think now I'm going to start running them regularly every Thursday morning at this time. The idea is to build a community where we can meet once a week to connect and to give ourselves the time to stop, because we can get very, very busy, not just in doing, but in our head. And when the head is busy, we stop being present, because you are where your mind is. And if your mind is not here, if your mind is not here, you are somewhere else. So the opportunity for us is to practice the muscle to be present, to be here, not in the future, not in the past, but also, very importantly, not in the clouds. Some of you might be like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm never thinking about the future, but you might be somewhere disassociated from the present moment. And that's a really, it's a really powerful form of disassociation and avoidance of what's present. And a lot of people just disappear and they love meditation because when they meditate, they go somewhere and they want to stay there. It's like, no, meditation is about being present with everything that is present, but without being affected by it. So you become the observer of your thoughts, of what's present. There's no need to run away. There is no need to disappear somewhere in the clouds. And there's no need to get engaged with your thoughts. When we do this work, most of the time, we start becoming very aware of the mind, very aware of the destructive thoughts, very aware of the stories that we create. Because as you know, if you have done any work with me in the past, you know that my approach to mindfulness is the understanding that within all of us, there is a voice in the head, a commentator that will talk about everything. It will make sense of the world. It will judge people. It will judge you. It will create stories about everything that's happening in front of you. It will create new stories about your past, about your future. It creates fear. It creates anxiety, anger, frustration, sadness, grief. This is the voice in the head. And the quality of our life depends on the quality of the stories that this voice is creating 24/7, even right now. It doesn't stop. And for some of us, this voice is out of control and the volume is very intense, especially at nighttime. So when you start doing this work and you start becoming aware of this voice, and you can see it everywhere, you know, complaining in silence, judging others, judging yourself, thinking about things that they don't matter anymore, having conversation in your head that you never had, that you're thinking, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. Next time it happens, I'm going to do it this way, worrying about the future, about your finances, about being lonely, not having a relationship, all these things. This is the commentator. So when you do this work, you see it. You see it in action all the time. And we can become very angry with this commentator. We can become very upset with it. And we start fighting with it. But the reality is that when you start fighting your own mind, when you start fighting your own thoughts, it's the same mind fighting itself. So you will always lose. That's your ego fighting your ego. And you see that? Because it's the same mind that creates the problem that is trying to solve it. It's impossible. So you have a voice in your head that is telling you negative things, and then you have another voice saying, that's okay, or oh, you should know better already. You've done this work before. So there is this dynamic of different conversations in your own head. And for some of us, these conversations go out of control. So how do we manage this? What do we do then? We become the observer. That's not the ultimate step, but that's the first step, to be aware. Awareness is the key for you to change your life, to bring more peace, to bring more centeredness. It's all awareness. Be aware. When you see it, you kind of start changing. Because awareness is like light, it's the light. Where there is darkness, you put light. You bring the focus of attention. And when we do this, what's going to happen? You bring the light into that space and you shine the light on it just by being aware. And slowly over time, as you keep being aware, that's going to dissolve, purify. It's a process of purification. And for that, we do yoga, meditation, breathwork, chanting mantras to purify that mind that has accumulated some negative imprint from childhood, from past trauma experiences, conditioning. As you purify it, the voice in your head becomes less reactive, become more okay because it feels safe. But if you have a sense of not being fully safe, that voice, which is your protector, will be like very active, thinking that everyone wants to take advantage of you, not trusting the environment. You're alert, even on this work. You hear, you're breathing like, what's going on? What's happening? You want to be in control. So very important to observe this dynamic inside of you. Because sometimes you have a very special time with someone or with your family or with your children, and you want to really be there for them. You really want to be there and connect. And you can't. You cannot because you are in that very beautiful time, moment with someone special, and then your mind is somewhere else, you know, doubting, worrying, or even just remembering the past. That's why this work is so important. This is my mission to help people slow down their mind, to find silence in their heads, because the head is going to scream at you all day long. But when the volume of this voice comes down, when we can do something to slow it down, and then we can drop into a different space from here to where? From here to here. And here is a different game. It's a different, beautiful game, you know? And then you can listen to this one instead of this one. The problem is that this one is very loud. This one is the bully, and this one is the quiet in the room. So we need to quiet the bully, and then the quiet one we can hear it because this one is very quiet. It whispers, very gentle. And then you can start following your heart and listening to your heart. And the heart has only good properties. And again, the heart is, when we say the heart, it's just an analogy, is a concept. It's not the heart that pumps the blood. Yeah, it's around the same area. It is connected, But your heart is your soul. Your heart is your Holy Spirit. Your heart is your higher self. Your heart is your spirit, your high spirits, however you want to call it, is that space within yourself that is beyond your mind. And this space, it was creates all the good stuff in life. So then this space start influencing the mind. So then you live from here, and all the actions we take from the mind are influenced by the qualities of the heart: generosity, compassion, kindness, patience, something that all of us needs to cultivate a bit more, I believe, um, especially with ourselves. Like kindness with yourself. How kind are you with yourself when you make mistakes? Um, Kindness, compassion for yourself, and patience. Some of us think that we should be already awakened and we punish ourselves because we keep making the same mistakes. So, man, you're gonna keep making the same mistakes probably until you die. It's like it's a process. And the only way to do this is to do it with kindness and compassion, because otherwise it's very hard. By the way, when we do that without kindness and compassion, that's our ego. You know, if you are someone who is very hard on yourself, that's because you lack humility. We're not humble enough to realize that we're not there yet. We need to keep doing some more work. But we think, no, I should be there already. I've done all this work, blah, blah, blah. And then, oh, here I am again in a same relationship. I should have learned. And then you punish yourself. And it's like, oh, I should be already, my diet is not working. And then, of course, you're going to fail again because you're not doing it with love and compassion and kindness to yourself. So, very important. If you take anything from today, it's about living a life where you cultivate compassion and kindness and patience with yourself. Those things, very important. Those are the things that will help you find peace. Because it's not even about finding happiness, it's about finding peace. Don't look for happiness. Everyone wants to be happy, and we all look for happiness. And we think that when I get my relationship, when I sell my car, when I get my new car, when I get my new job, when I retire, when I have certain number in my bank account, I'll be finally happy. And that never comes, you know, because we are outsourcing happiness. We have created a world that is being teaching us to outsource happiness to other people. I'll be happy when my husband, my wife does this, or when I find it, or when we outsource it to people, to our children, you know, we outsource happiness to our material possessions, to the way we look, to our body. It's like, oh, now I feel good because I had my surgery and you know what I mean? Now I feel good because I lost the weight and I look better. And it's like, guys, yeah, of course, we have to enjoy those things. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's understanding that all of that is superficial. There is no real happiness. That's just food for the ego. And food for the ego will always have a massive hangover, you know? It's like alcohol. I love alcohol, by the way, but I don't do it because the hangover is not good. It's not good for me, you know what I mean? So see how you're feeding yourself with happiness that is not real. Because what happened? Then everyone's gonna die. So your husband is gonna die, your partner's gonna die, your grandchildren that you love so much might die before you. You are gonna die. So you're not gonna make it alive. So when you outsource that and your whole life depends because I'm a mother or because I'm a wife or because I'm a husband, then one day you become nothing because that's your purpose. Or because I have a business and then you lose your business or whatever that is for you. So don't seek for happiness, seek for peace. And peace cannot be found outside. Peace is found inside, regardless of what's happening around the world, regardless of your circumstances. Look for peace. And how do we find peace? It's a very simple formula. Peace. Peace equals silence in the head. That's it. That's all it is. When your mind is quiet and there is no voice here, and you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, it's a beautiful morning. Great. I don't know what to do. I'm just here. And you look at the trees and you make your breakfast and you sit there and you're like, hmm, my mind is very quiet this morning. Simple formula. Peace equals silence in the head, stillness in the mind. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You're not worrying about what you're doing. That's peace. And from that peace, there's a different type of joy that emerges. It's love. And it comes from here. And then that love and peace will permeate your mind. And then everything you do will have a special ingredient, especially when you cook. The food tastes better. Everything you do is better. And then you put that special touch that's come from your heart. And that's what it is. That's what it means to live from your heart, to do that. Okay? Easy. Easy to say, but then you have people that annoys you next door, or your husband, or your friend, or your children. Everyone's around there to sabotage your peace. That's because you are outsourcing your peace to them, and they're doing the same to you. And then we take on their responsibilities and we put that on them and we blame them when we're not peaceful. I always talk about the power of the samurai. The samurai is there. The ultimate strength, the ultimate power is to be solid, grounded there, no matter what's going on around me. No one can take away my peace, right? No one can take away my peace. I'm here. I'm not disturbed by the environment, by my children, by anything. And then from that peace, I can act and use my brain. The mind is not bad, by the way. It's a tool that we need to learn how to use it. We use the mind for the specific purpose of working, building a business, using strategies for whatever. We use the mind, but we live in a world where the mind is using you to fulfill its own purpose, its own ego, its own aversions, whatever, identity. We need to learn that the mind is a tool, that not everything I think about is true. Don't believe your mind. Your mind will lie to you. It will tell you things about the people you love that are not true. And then you will regret it after. It will make you say things that are not true, that you don't really believe, just to hurt someone because the mind is hurt. Because your ego is sensitive, you know? And for that, for everything I said this morning, this work is so important. And we need to keep doing it. And it's not something you do once a month, once a year. It's a lifestyle. Why? Because it will lead you to liberation. Liberation from what? From your own head. That's the liberation we're looking for. You know? Whatever you do in this space, you should do it with the right person. You should bring the right energy. It will take you closer to that liberation from your own mind. So then you are not a servant or slave to your thoughts. Simple. Again, easy to say, but then you have to do it. And it's like, yeah, it's about your daily routines, your daily practice. You need to cultivate health in your body, in your mind, in your energy. That's why movement, yoga, breathing, meditation. And you need these reminders because there's nothing I said here that you didn't know, right? You knew this stuff. Do you apply every day? No, you don't. So then you don't know it. You just have an intellectual idea, concept. But you need to keep reminding yourself. You need to keep doing this work. You need to force yourself to find the time to do things like this, to have the reminder and then the inspiration to go and do it, and to surround yourself with the right people. Like this is a community here. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's going to happen? You're here and then you meet your friends and to go for a drink, to go for a dance and to drink and have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. And then you say to your friends, I'm going to meditate. I say, ah, ha, ha, you're going to meditate. Yeah, you probably need to go, you know. And you say, oh, when I meditate. And then you feel like, yeah, I'm going to the temple to pray. Ah, ah. And then we don't do it because we want to conform and we want to belong to something. And by belonging, you've locked yourself into something. Anyway, I'm talking for too long. So let's do some breathing. That's my talk for today. The idea of these classes is always to give you some perspectives for you to think about. So I invite you to whatever came for you in this conversation, just one thing that it was relevant to you. You don't have to agree with anything of the nonsense I'm talking here, but if there is one or two things that you take them with you. Take notes and look into it the whole week. Okay? All right. Let's find a comfortable seat. I invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep inhale in the nose, all the way in. Long exhale through the mouth. Two more times. Deep inhale all the way in. Long exhale through the mouth. Last one in. Deep inhale. And then long exhale. Very, very long exhale. Actually, let's do one more. See how we go. Deep inhale. And then long exhale. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. I invite you to observe that voice. I invite you to consider that beyond that voice, there is a deep silence beyond all of that. And that to get there, you have a key. There's a key for you to get there. And the key is your breath. And today I'm going to teach you how to use that key to go into that silence. Now, every time you use this key, the mind will become loud because the mind doesn't want to be bypassed. You will ignore your mind and you will go back to the key to try and open the door. It might take you a while, and that's okay. So I invite you to breathe in the nose and out through the mouth. That's the key to get to the silence. So in the inhale, we breathe in for the count of 4. And on the exhale, we breathe out for the count of 8. So in the nose, deep inhales into the belly for the count of 4. And then as you exhale to the mouth, I invite you to count for the count of 8. Stay with the breath. Just keep breathing. Stay with the breath. Slow it down. I invite you to go as slow as you can. We are not going anywhere. We tend to speed up all the time because the mind wants to finish quickly to get to the next tasks. But in this case, the task is to be present. I invite you to slow it down. In for 4, out for 8. It is normal that the mind will be distracted. If this is the case, I invite you to go back to the breath and just focus on the air. In for 4 and out for 8. Deep inhale. Allow the body to relax, to soften. You might feel sleepy, and that's okay. That's perfect. That's the mind letting go of control. The first stage of relaxation and letting go of stress and worry is the first stage for that. You start feeling a bit sleepy, and that's perfect. As you exhale, I invite you to release any energy that you feel in your body right now that is not serving you anymore. Is there anything there that you might want to release? Is there any energy from the past, energy from other people, energy from any situation you might have experienced recently that you want to let go? So on the exhale, I invite you to release that as much as you can. Perhaps you're not ready for it yet. So do what you can and let that go. Stay with the breath. Is there any worries that you want to release? Any worry, any stress from work, from children, from the family, financial stress? I invite you to release that. Any worries, stress, any anxiety, perhaps? Perhaps grief from the past. Is there anything from the past that you want to let go today? Any sadness, any grief, any worries about your health today or in the future? I invite you to just let go of that if you wish, and invite you to let go as much as you can. On the inhale, I invite you to visualize a white light going in the nose, all the way into the belly, and then out through the mouth. As you keep breathing, in for 4, out for 8. And invite you to visualize these white lights going in into your body, lighting up everything, purifying your body, purifying your internal organs, your muscles, your bones, purifying your energy, releasing stuck energy from the body, any sickness, anything that is there, any pains from your lower back, from your knees, from your shoulders, from your neck. Let the lights take away anything that is there that doesn't belong to you. It is okay. If you have any feelings, I invite you to allow yourself to feel. We have been told that we shouldn't feel. It's okay to feel. Let that happen. Let that come through. Gentle. I invite you to do it with kindness and compassion for yourself. Okay? Breathe. Let the light purify your mind. Any negative thoughts about yourself, about the future, let this light go into your head and remove any darkness that's coming from within, any limitations that you might have imposed in yourself that they are no longer serving you. Breathe. Now I invite you to let the light bring the new. I invite you to fill yourself with the light of peace, the light of abundance, of connection, love. And I invite you to invite the qualities you want to experience in your life more: connection, friendship, community, health, strength, peace, love, more kindness to yourself, compassion. Whatever you want to bring, I invite you to invite it to the breath, letting the light come through it. Take a deep inhale wherever you are. Deep inhale in the nose, all the way in, into the belly. Big exhale through the mouth. Big exhale. Two more times. In, exhale. A few more. Do a few of these breaths. Build a bit of energy as you do this. Deep inhale, feel the energy of the power of the light coming in, and then big release. So energize it a little bit. A few more. Only a few more. Keep doing that. Breathe. Last two. Deeper breaths in and then long exhale. And then after the last one, I invite you to empty your lungs and hold your breath and observe. With your eyes closed, bring your gaze to your third eye between your eyebrows as you hold your breath for a few seconds. Take a deep inhale in the nose all the way in. Hold the breath at the top. 3, 2, 1, release. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. Keep your eyes closed. I invite you to start making some circles with your neck and head. Just to stretch your neck. Let your neck release any tension, any stress. You might start moving your shoulders at the same time, just releasing the tension in your shoulders. Stay with the breath. Keep breathing. In the nose and out through the nose. Gentle breathing. Yeah, stretch your body. I invite you to stretch your body, perhaps your arms. You might bring your arms up and you might twist a little bit, opening your chest. You might stretch like when you wake up in the morning and yawn, like, whatever is there. I invite you to just let your body stretch, feel the energy. If you have a space and you want to stand up, you can stand up and stretch your body. You might want to bend forward or backwards. Yeah, stretch the body, or you might want to twist to one side to release your lower back. And then to the other side. You need to learn to be kind to your body. Beautiful. Big stretch. Big stretch. Ah, good. Now, for the next part, I invite you to find a comfortable seat. We're going to do about 10, 15 minutes of breathing. So we're going to do this sitting, or you can lie on your back. Up to you, whatever's more comfortable to you. It's only a very brief breathing section, okay? So for the breathing, you're going to be sitting or lying on your back, and I will invite you to breathe in the mouth and out through the mouth, or in the nose and out through the mouth, whatever's more comfortable to you. If you have any conditions, I invite you to be very gentle. If you have any heart condition or brain conditions, or you have anything related to your mind that you have an unstable mind, I invite you to be very gentle with this, okay? So we're going to breathe together, and then I will ask you to hold your breath for a few seconds. If you need to breathe anytime you're holding your breath, that's okay. You breathe. Otherwise, just keep following my instructions. You don't have to memorize them because I will be guiding you through the process. Okay? So let's find a comfortable seat, or you can lie on your back. Okay? This is only for about 12 minutes. Okay? So I invite you to close your eyes, take a deep inhale all the way in. Exhale to the mouth. Last one in. Big exhale. So at the count of 3, we are going to breathe together. In the mouth and out through the mouth, or in the nose and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Deep inhales. Stay with the breath. Breathe. Keep breathing. Allow the body to relax with every breath. Just keep breathing. Stay with the breath. Deep inhales in the belly and then long exhales to the mouth. Stay with the breath. Trust the process. You might feel some sensations in your body. That's all normal. Everything's going to go away after we finish. Just keep breathing. Bringing all the air into the belly. Stay with the breath. Breathe all the way in. Feel the power of the lights coming through with the breath. Feel the energy purifying your body as your body relaxes and softens and you release any energy that might be there. Stay with the breath. 5 more breaths before we hold the breath. So keep breathing. Remember to be gentle. Last 2 breaths. And with the last breath, I invite you to empty your lungs and hold your breath. Hold your breath. Bring your gaze to your third eye. So with your eyes closed, bring your eyes between your eyebrows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in the belly, all the way in. Fill up your lungs. Hold your breath at the top. Holding your breath. Squeeze your hands. Squeeze your fists. Squeeze your toes. And feel the energy rising along the spine in your body. Feel the energy in your body. 3, 2, 1, release. Long exhale. Take a deep inhale all the way in again. Exhale. Okay, we do it again. One more time. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Stay with the breath. Just keep breathing. Deep inhale in the belly. Long exhale through the mouth. Stay with the breath. Allow yourself to breathe. Trust the process. Observe your mind. Observe your mind resisting, judging yourself or judging the practice. Can you allow yourself to surrender to the practice and be open to receive whatever is there for you? The mind will always want to pull you away from this. But you have a technique, which is focusing on your breath. So keep breathing and bring your full awareness to the breath as you do this work. Stay with the breath. Just keep breathing. And see if you can bring the air into the belly instead of the chest. The idea is to bring the air all the way down to the pelvic floor. So the air goes all the way down to your lower belly. You can use your hands and put your hands below your navel to feel the air going there. Relax your shoulders. And if it feels too intense, just breathe a bit more gentle. Use less force to breathe. Otherwise, you might get a bit stressed. So make sure that you do it gentle if you have to, okay? Five more breaths. Last 2 breaths. And with the last one, empty your lungs and hold your breath. Empty your lungs and hold your breath. Again, bring your gaze towards your third eye. Find stillness in the body and the mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath at the top. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your toes. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last one in. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath at the top. Exhale. Okay, last round. We breathe together. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Deep inhales. If it becomes difficult to breathe to the breath, to breathe through the mouth, you can breathe through the nose. It's okay. Make sure you're comfortable when breathing, that you don't have any tension in your body. So keep breathing. And as you do so, I invite you to relax your face, relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Consciously relax your body with every breath. Soften. Allow the body to rest. If you have experience, of course you can breathe faster as you feel like. Otherwise, you can just be as gentle as you like. And with every breath, I invite you to connect with that power that lives within yourself, beyond the mind, but in your heart. And as you do so, I invite you to remember the truth that lives in your heart. What is really important in your life when you don't have to worry about things? I invite you to remember what's really true beyond the fears of the mind. What is important? Family, friends, nature, health. Stay with the breath. These are the last 5 breaths. Deep inhales, long exhales. Stay with the breath. Last 2. With the last one, empty your lungs and hold your breath. Holding your breath, bringing your gaze to your third eye. Find stillness. Three, 2, 1. Deep inhale all the way in. Hold your breath at the top. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your toes. Feel the energy going up. 3, 2, 1. Release. One more time. Deep inhale all the way in. Big release. 2 more times. In, deep inhale. And then release. And then last one. Again, deep inhale. And then long and long release. Breathing gentle in the nose and out through the nose. Gentle breathing. I invite you to find some silence in your mind as you breathe gentle in the nose and out through the nose, regardless of the distractions you might have around your room. I invite you to just come within. I invite you to choose to be within. I invite you to feel the space inside of your body, the expansion of your energy. In that space, I invite you to bring some gratitude. What can you be grateful about today, about your life? What are the things that you might take for granted? Is there anything you take for granted? Can you be grateful about the people around you? About your life? You are alive. And you can experience these gifts of life. Is there anyone in your life who makes your life special in one way or another? I invite you to think about someone special in your life. Could be your children, your daughter, your son, your grandchildren, a close friend, perhaps your partner, your husband, whoever's in your life who makes your life special. Perhaps your dogs, your cats, your horses, if you have horses. I invite you to bring some gratitude into them. So with your eyes closed, I invite you to visualize this person in front of you. I invite you to send some appreciation, some gratitude. I invite you to say, thank you for making my life special. Thank you for caring for me. I'm sorry sometimes I don't acknowledge you. Sorry for my mistakes. But you really make my life special, and thank you for that. Thank you, and I love you, and I'm sorry for sometimes not being there for you because I'm too worried about my own stories in my own head. So I invite you to send some love and gratitude to this person and to everyone in your life who makes your life special, especially people who are not close to you anymore, people from the past who came to teach you a lesson, people who gave you a hand sometime in your life to support you. So many people to be grateful about. So I invite you to send love to all of them and gratitude and appreciation. And finally, send some gratitude to yourself for showing up today, for keep showing up in life, for doing the work. Take a deep inhale all the way in. Exhale through the mouth. Last one in. Exhale. If you are in your back, I invite you to find a comfortable seat. You can open your eyes, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this morning. It's a very special morning. Um, there is a reason why we're here. It's a reason why you came to this class. And if you already found it, just grab it and take it with you. Um, we know all of this stuff. We just forget because this one get distracted. Very important you keep doing this work. You need to find a way. It's our responsibility to do this for ourselves and for the people we love, because then we stop creating more suffering for ourselves and for others. This is how we make a better world, by doing this type of work. You can do this one or someone else, but this is the way. So I really appreciate you all for coming. I will be doing this now every Thursday at 6:30 in the morning. So if you want to make this regular, please, I hope to see you on Thursday. And please, if you think this is valuable, share it with your friends so we can bring more people into this journey of into the heart, actually, you know. So please support this work. If you're grateful about this or my role in your life, some of you have been working with for years, the way you can support me back and show me that is by sharing about this work. And that's how we all help each other. So thank you so much. I'm back on Sunday in Yandina. I'm also doing a class in the evening at 6:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. on Monday. We're going to Bali for a Bali retreat. You know, it's coming up as well. And we have a men's program coming up next week and events with yoga, breathwork, mindfulness. This is a taste, right, of what is possible. If you want a deeper immersion, there are many other opportunities for you to go and connect and yeah, join us. We have so many beautiful things happening. And this is just a little thing we're doing to get you through the week. But if you want to do something deeper, we have many opportunities to do so. So reach out. So thank you. I just wanted to stop recording. Let me stop recording this. How do I stop